Interview presented by Canaceutics Medical Dispensary, proudly serving New Mexico cannabis patients with trustworthy all-natural medicine since 2010.
Hello, Albuquerque! Welcome to Dave and Buster's and welcome to the BKFC 48 press conference. We are live worldwide in the 505! And on Friday night, we are making history once again in the 505 at the Tingley Coliseum. This becomes a term that is so endearing to Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. History in the making. We are not a broken record. This is what is going down at Tingley Coliseum on Friday night. So today, we have with us some of the finest bare knuckle fighters in the entire world that will show each and every one of you that step into the Tingley Coliseum and are checking us out live on the BKFC app why this is the most exciting combat sport on planet Earth today. This is our third time in Albuquerque, and I'm sure many of you joining us, and a lot of you who are watching out there live, remember the last time that we were here, we had a lot of fun at Knucklemania 3. So now please allow me to introduce our fighters that are joining us today. First up, we're going to take it in the middleweight division. Introducing first, his BKFC record stands at 1 victory opposite a single defeat. From Odessa, Texas, please welcome Jeremy the Warrior Salceda. And his opponent is undefeated in the squared circle at 2-0 from right here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Please welcome the undefeated Josh Moreno. And our next fight joining us is going to be our feature fight on Friday, taking place in the bantamweight division. First up, undefeated in BKFC at 1-0 from Belen, New Mexico, Derek Rage Perez. And his opponent, also undefeated in BKFC at 2-0. Somebody's O has got to go tomorrow from Rock Hill, South Carolina. Here is Keith Rockstar Richardson. And our co-main event, ladies and gentlemen, is why this is truly history in the making on Friday. First up, a man who needs no introduction, who has been on a tear in the squared circle, undefeated at 3-0 from Sao La Grande, Cuba, by way of Pahokee, Florida. Here is the undefeated G, the Gutman Perez. And his opponent, making his highly anticipated BKFC debut, he is the very first social media influencer to ever toe the line and fight bare knuckle. He is a TikTok and YouTube star from Los Angeles, California. Please welcome Bryce Hall. And our main event, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to crown the very first inaugural BKFC World Flyweight Champion. First up, his BKFC record stands at 3 victories opposite a single defeat. From Clearwater, Florida, by way of Angeles, the Philippines, please welcome JR the Lion Ridge. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to talk about a fighter who has been on the tear, who has put the pedal to the metal full throttle, undefeated in the squared circle at 2-0 from right here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Shout out to the founder and president of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, Mr. David Feldman. All right, now he's going to take you throughout the rest of the press conference. He is one half of our dynamic commentary team. Put your hands together for Mr. Sean Wheelock.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. Our third time in Albuquerque. This is truly, as all of you know, one of the best fight cities, not just in the United States, but in the world. First question to our founder, our owner of BKFC, Mr. David Feldman. David, talk about how special it is for all of us as an organization to come to Albuquerque. The fighters, the tables here at David.
Breaking tables, we're doing everything, man. I love it here in Albuquerque. It's unbelievable. Like I said before, last time I was here, I come from Philadelphia, and Philadelphia is known as like the fight city of the United States of America, right? Albuquerque blows it away. It's unbelievable. I've never seen the energy, the fighters, everybody just wants to fight here in Albuquerque. They come to fight. The crowd is unbelievable. I love going back here. You know, it's really our home away from home with BKFC.
Outstanding main event for our third time in Albuquerque. The winner will become BKFC's first ever male 125-pound world champion. We'll talk to the two participants. First, from right here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, John Dodson. John, you fought twice for the UFC 125-pound strap. Does that world title experience, do you feel, give you an edge in this fight versus JR Ridge?
Absolutely. Demetrius Johnson sat there and said, I'm the most dangerous fighter that he's ever gone against. And making sure that I can go ahead and have that pressure already taken off of me. I knew the title's already coming home with me.
His opponent, JR Ridge. JR, talk about your emotions coming into this BKFC world title fight.
You know, especially fighting for the 125 title, like as the first ever in BKFC, one, it's an honor. And two, fighting a legend like John Dodson for that strap, I'm honored and I'm excited to showcase my skills tomorrow or Friday night.
Also on this stacked card, about set at 165 pounds, Bryce Hall versus G. Perez. Bryce, coming into Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, I think has garnered you a lot of respect in the combat sports world. For the critics who say that you're an interloper, talk about how you've trained working with Lorenzo Hunt, who we're going to hear from, our double champion, just how seriously you're taking this fight versus G. Perez.
So last fight, I focused mainly on the entertainment aspect. This time, fully focused on the training. Used my wrestling to my advantage, and I just cannot wait to get this over with so I can eat a fat-ass cheeseburger.
His opponent is about 165 pounds. He's 3-0 in BKFC. When he's not fighting, he is one of our regular cutmen, G. Perez. G, there seems to be some animosity between you and Bryce. There was a slight confrontation on your last fight when we were in Florida in June. For you, is this personal at all, or is this just business?
I mean, it's personal in the fact that, you know, he thinks he wants to come in here and just take over the game, disrespect all these fighters that also been through a journey. You don't know what that is. And from August 11th, we're going to find out.
BKFC is stacked up and down. One of our most stacked weight classes is men's 135 pounds. Two undefeated fighters on this card at 135. Keith Richardson, we'll start with you. Coming into BKFC, you had arguably a fight of the night, although I think your opponent, Derek Price, has had a fight of the night candidate as well. Talk about your experience thus far, 2-0, both fights this year at BKFC.
You know, I think both of my fights I've shown different aspects of my game. You know, when I fought Justin Scoggins, you know, fight of the night, fight of the year candidate. You know, I got to show, you know, what kind of dog I've got in me. You know, that you'll have to kill me to get me out of there. At least put me to sleep. I think in my next fight, you know, I got to show, you know, how skilled I am in that division and how I can put guys away early if they're not on that skill level.
Keith Richardson, 2-0 in BKFC. Undefeated in the sport of bare knuckle, 2-0. He's 1-0 promotionally in BKFC. Derek Perez, the other half of this, about 135 pounds. We talked about fight of the night. You had the fight of the night at Knucklemania 3 when we were here in February. We talked about that in our fighter meeting today. Just express your emotions of having that type of fight, drawing in the crowd and setting the tempo for the night.
Just another day in the office for me, nothing different for me, just another day at practice.
So basically you don't know how to have a boring fight.
No, sir. So we expect the same on this one, more.
12 fights in total on this card. Friday night here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Tingley Coliseum. About to, you will see him 175 pounds. This is intriguing. Jeremy Sauceda versus from right here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Josh Moreno. We're going to save the hometown guy to go next. Jeremy, the last time we saw you fight, you fought a hometown guy, Alonzo Martinez in Omaha. Now you have a hometown guy again. Does that play on your mental preparation at all, or do you like coming in from out of town?
Oh yeah, we're just fighting. We're going at it. We're all warriors. You know what I mean? We're just coming in here to put on a show and do something great, show something great. You know. And no, I don't see it anyway. I have respect for him and everything. I think we're just going to put on a great show. You know. So that's what it is.
And Josh Moreno here in Albuquerque. We talked at our fighter meeting today. You said that you come from MMA. This is the sport for you. What are your emotions coming in, fighting in your sport, your promotion, BKFC, and doing so here in your home city, Albuquerque?
It's extremely exciting for me. I absolutely love it. I'm grateful for the opportunity that I got to fight for BKFC. I honestly do think that BKFC, bare knuckle fighting, is a sport for me. All my MMA fights have come by knockout, whether it's the first or second round. I've never seen the distance but once. And I have been in fights where, you know, they throw the kitchen sink at me, but the dog inside of me comes out, that Mexican dog comes out of me, and they can't weather that storm. So I'm extremely grateful for Salceda, you know, for taking this fight. I respect him as a fighter, I respect him as an athlete. We both are going to get in there that night in that ring, and we're going to show what we really got. Mexican against Mexican, who doesn't want to see that? Straight up fireworks, baby.
Star power on this stacked card, and there's star power in the corners. We're going to talk to Lorenzo Hunt and Chris Camozzi. Lorenzo, you've been training Bryce Hall. You and I spoke earlier today. You were telling me just how seriously he's taking. If you'll talk to the crowd about what your preparation has been like working, being the coach for Bryce Hall.
It was a nice experience to get out there in California. This guy, he really trains hard. He's really smart. He's got a high IQ. I drowned him. I pushed him. I ran him up the hills. I kicked his butt a little bit. He took it and he threw it all back. And I think we'll all be in for a surprise tomorrow.
And Chris Camozzi? Chris Camozzi will be in the corner of G. Perez. Chris, you were telling me you got to know Chris, you got to know G, his work as a cut man. Just talk about what you think he brings as a 3-0 BKFC fighter.
I mean, we've all seen it already. You know, he's got a ton of experience. I'm honored that he asked me to be in his corner. You know, he's been in my corner as my cut man, so being able to be his head corner, I'm about it, you know. He's been putting in the work all the time, raising up that ladder each time. And he's put on highlight reels every time he stepped in there, so it's going to be good.
While I have you and I have Lorenzo, we're going to mention that BKFC 50 takes place in Denver, Colorado. That is set for September 22nd. The main event, that title right there, the strap. Lorenzo Hunt, BKFC 205-pound World Championship. Lorenzo Hunt versus Chris Camozzi. Chris, talk about we're a month out, but your mindset, your preparation going into that fight.
You know, I've been preparing for this since I signed with BKFC. That's why I asked him right off the bat. I want to fight the best. I respect what he's done, but I've got 17 years in the sport of fighting, and being able to add world champion to that career is everything to me. You guys have no idea how much this means to me. I'm taking it completely serious. I can honestly admit, if I'm being fully honest, the last two fights I didn't take that serious. I didn't train full time. This time I stepped away from my businesses, and I'm 100% training like I was in the UFC.
Lorenzo, your thoughts? We're over a month out, but going in to defend your title, BKFC 50.
I welcome Chris Camozzi into this sport because, you know, of course we need the eyes, of course we need solid fighters to come on over and do their thing. I just think it's the biggest mistake of your career to have challenged me and to actually got these people to go along with it. I mean, if we're talking about highlights, if we're talking about putting in the work, if we're talking about climbing the ladder, if you respect that in G, you're a fool not to respect it in me. You should have came up a little bit at a time because now this is a career killer. I'm a career killer. I'm the BKFC career killer. You know that. So we'll see.
You'll see these two gentlemen, these two world-class fighters in the corner Friday night. September 22nd, it is the main event of BKFC 50, set for Denver, Colorado, the suburban Broomfield. Lorenzo Hunt looking to successfully defend that BKFC 205-pound world title versus Chris Camozzi. Dave, we're going to talk more to the fighters. We're going to take questions from our audience, assembled media. Brian Socha, our colleague, is with us with the microphone. Before we talk more about this card, you have breaking news for BKFC.
Yeah, on the plane ride over, I just arrived and got my ride and came right over here. We were able to finish the deal that we were working on, so we were able to re-sign Mike Perry to a multi-year, multi-year deal. Mike Perry is coming back to BKFC. Hopefully, I have news for you guys that I can announce at the show on Friday. It'll be the biggest show that we've ever done by far. We're working on something really, really huge right now, and I'm hoping we'll be able to announce that on Friday.
One more thing, team is closing. So last week, David and I were at the ABC, that's the National Regulatory Conference for Combative Sports. First time ever, the unified rules of bare knuckle fighting were approved without a single no vote. David, just talk about what that does for our sport, what that does for our promotion.
Well, I remember a few years back going to the ABC convention and talking about bare knuckle with you, Sean, and they looked at us like we were a redheaded stepchild. And sorry that you had they didn't want to talk to us. They didn't want to hear what we had to say. I remember going last year to Niagara Falls, and it was a little warmer, but there was still a lot of pushback. And to get not one no out of all the commissions in the United States was just truly amazing for the growth of this sport. It's a testament to you for all the help you've done, to all these fighters that fight their asses off every time, to all the support that we've had, and all just keep pushing this thing through and pushing and pushing and pushing. And we're here now. We have unified rules for bare knuckle fighting in the United States through the Association of Boxing Commissioners. A really groundbreaking week for us last week.
We want to thank the ABC. We want to thank the outstanding New Mexico Athletic Commission. They were an early adopter of bare knuckle. They welcomed this in last August, and again, this is one of our home bases. Great city. This is also a world-class athletic commission.
Oh, absolutely. So great to work with. Just amazing. You work with some commissions and they find ways to make things not work. This commission finds ways to make things work, and that's why we have a great relationship with them, and that's why we're going to keep coming back. We're also going to do some other partnerships with some really popular local people here, and we're going to blow bare knuckle up in the state of New Mexico in 2024. It's going to be a huge, huge year.
We have a lot of fans. It is beyond standing room only. There's my colleague, Brian Sosha. Brian has the microphone. Media, fans as well. Raise your hand. Brian will give you the microphone. Questions for David Feldman or any of the 8 fighters up on the dais. And then Brian, if you'll tell everyone also, they can hit you up, ask questions on social media.
100% they can ask questions on social media at Bare Knuckle FC, and we'll be, spotlighting those people as well. But we have our first question in-house. Thank you, Sean. Here we go.
First question, Micah Frankel from CageMinds.com for John Dodson. The card has been built around you. It's in your hometown. Do you feel any pressure?
Well, I don't feel any pressure at all. What I'm more excited about is just go ahead and bring home another title to New Mexico. I'll be the first bare knuckle champion coming out of New Mexico, and it'll be a new sport coming into the elevated game.
Bryce Hall, what's next after you knock out GPRS?
Honestly, just long-term with the BKFC, ideally. But yeah, the knockout's going to be viral. So everyone just clip this now. It's going to be super viral.
Jimmy, you have a microphone. You're more than welcome to respond.
I just heard knockout. Yeah.
100%. Yes, we will.
Hey, I'm at 11.
Huh?
Go ahead.
You said you wanted to fuck my pretty face up.
Bet the purse. I gotta be professional, bro.
Someone said that? Wait, who said that?
Let me talk. You know what, bro? I'm gonna beat your ass. I swear to me, I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm not even playing with you.
I'm shaking.
Keep coming. Watch me. Watch me. That bell's gonna ring. You're gonna get hurt, boy.
I'm terrified. That's why I signed the contract.
Brian Sosha.
Hi, Rick Wright from Albuquerque Journal. For JR, John's fights have been over so fast, I don't imagine it does any good to watch film. But from what you have seen, what do you see in John's style that you might be able to attack?
John's style is very, very specific. We've been watching John for a lot of years. With my sparring partners, we brought in southpaws. With John, like I said, he's very specific, and we worked on specific things for how John is. So yeah, that's what we've been working on with John. John is a very pressure-forward style of fighter, and we've been working on very specific things for John.
Gabriel Padilla with CageMinds.com. I got a quick question for G. G, you eat, sleep, and breathe bare knuckle fighting championship. Do you think that gives you an edge, not only in this fight, but just in your future in the sport?
I mean, you know, I am in there as a company a lot, so I see the in and out, so it does help me in the long run, and I know, you know, what to do, what not to do, you know, as a fighter as well, so, you know, it helps a little bit, but, you know, like I say, you gotta be professional. If you come in and professional, it is a fight.
Bryce, you can follow up if you want.
I would like you to repeat the question first.
G spending a lot of time as the cutman in the ring and being 3-0 in the promotion. He sees a lot of tape, a lot of fights. Just wanted to ask him if that gave him an edge from having a lot of experience in the promotion and in the sport.
Watching fights gives you experience? Fuck, I'm good. Shit, I'm good. Yeah, I think that helps, right?
We have some questioners in the back.
Hey, Bryce, back here to your right, way back. Donald Gorby here from the Daily Mirror. I want to ask Bryce and G, what's tougher? Is it losing all the way for you, Bryce, or G, is it putting on, I think it's about 40 pounds from your last fight?
I'm dying right now. I want a slice of pizza, honestly, and a fat-ass burger. I can't even really think about the fight. I'm just thinking about that burger after a win. I'm so excited. But yes, it was tougher. What about you, G?
Honestly, no, you know, I love to eat, so, you know, I was eating 9 to 10 times a day, so, you know, it was a nice...
So lucky.
I was 155, you know, walking along, you know, a little bit of a gallon of water, 2 hamburgers, I'm good.
I fucking envy you. I envy you.
I can't wait, you know, be so delighted.
Alright, I'm gonna stop talking about food so he doesn't hold on.
I think we've got a question right back here.
This is for John. I was going to say, John, what do you think for your next fight for the first round of TKO for Friday?
Man, I'm more excited about the end of that. Like, if he gets past the first round, and then I'll make sure that he shocked the world by making it to the second round. I've already sat there and declared that everybody is coming into BKFC putting away and putting away early. Everybody here knows where I'm coming from. I'm going to go out there and bomb on you with my left hand, non-stop, hit you with it like it's like just machine gun coming at you, rapid fire, and you're specifically training for a left hand. He's going to be very fast, very accurate, and he reverse as my sexy self has always been.
We have one more question back here, and then I will tell everyone, 1 second, Brian, then I will tell everyone that for assembled media, all of the fighters, as well as David Feldman, are available for one-on-ones. We're going to ask one more media question. We're going to get closing comments from the fighters, from David Feldman, but first, JR, you're welcome to respond.
You know, John, you finished your opponents, both of them in the first round, but you've never faced an opponent quite like myself, my skill, and I promise you it's not going to go, it's going to go more than just the first round, my man.
To be honest with you, you're just a replacement fighter. The person I was supposed to fight was Reggie Barnett, and then you got dumped in.
Yeah, you just wait. I'll show you replacement fighter, John. Like, the thing is, I'm a 125er. Reggie's a 135. I'm ranked number 1 in the 125 weight class, John. You're ranked number 2, and we will see you Friday night.
Actually, on box rank, you are number 6, and I'm number 1.
Bryce, over here, right? How does it feel that you're going to get the biggest upset in BKFC history?
I am so excited for that. All the haters, you can suck my fat, juicy balls.
He ain't gonna do shit. You ain't gonna do nothing. All this shit, you ain't gonna do nothing.
Suck my fat, juicy balls.
Closing comments from the fighters, everyone's all in.
So Bryce, tell me something, man. What is it about bare knuckle that makes you really, really want to do this and really feel like you can be successful in this?
Clearly I wasn't good with the gloves, so I decided to take them off.
You're welcome to
punch hard.
You ain't good regardless.
Punch hard. What you said?
You ain't good regardless. My sister hits harder than you.
How would you know if I never hit you?
Throw hands.
How would you know if your sister hits harder than me? I haven't hit you yet.
I'm gonna let you hit me.
She must be buff as hell though.
She must
be buff as hell if she hits harder than me.
Get your ass, boy.
Alright, we'll see.
Again, Assembled Media will take one-on-ones. You're more than welcome with the fighters, as well as David Feldman closing comments. Joshua Moreno in your hometown. Final words as we go into this fight on Friday night.
Oh no, just really excited again. Like I said, really proud to be representing BKFC and tune in everybody, because again, this Mexican fighter right here ain't gonna hold it down. He's just gonna throw down. He's gonna knock out. Again, thank you to Mr. Salcedo over there. Thank you for taking the fight. I appreciate it. And let's throw it down. Let's make that firework fight.
Jeremy Salcedo.
Yeah, no, I'm just excited to be here. I think we're going to get in there and just have a war. We're just going to go at it, you know what I mean? We're both great fighters, and we're both, we're just going to stand up and get it, you know? So, excited.
Joshua Moreno versus Jeremy Salcedo at 175 pounds. Again, at 135 pounds, Derek Perez versus Keith Richardson. Derek, your thoughts going into this fight?
Like I said before, I'm just ready for war. Everyone's got respect for me. I got respect for him. So I'm ready for war.
Keith?
Yeah, I've got total respect for my opponent. He's capable of fighting night performances. I've had fighting night performances. There's going to be two dogs in there. There doesn't have to be any animosity for that to happen. I will fight people that I like I really hate them. And I know he's capable of the same. So it's going to be an exciting fight. I'm ready to get after and get it done.
165, Bryce Hall versus G. Perez. Bryce?
I just have to apologize to G for turning him into the meme that I was in 2021.
G, it's all you.
Well, listen, guys, I want to thank everybody for being out here. I want to thank New Mexico for giving me the opportunity. Dave, thank you for giving me the opportunity. I want to thank Nelson Lopez for putting me in the position. And come August 11th, he's gonna find out that this is not a game, and that he's gonna bring his little TikTok ass back to TikTok over there.
I'm gonna do a TikTok dance after I win.
Do a TikTok in your face.
I'm gonna run anything on his ass.
Do a TikTok in your face after the fight.
12 fights in total on Friday night, taking the Coliseum here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. You can watch live worldwide on the BKFC app. Culminates with our main event for what becomes the first ever BKFC 125-pound male world champion, John Dodson versus JR Ridge. John.
You guys are all coming out. Be tuned in, so go ahead and see us fight Friday night. First shot, champion's gonna be there, and you guys already know we can go party at King. When I get this title.
Thank you, Albuquerque, for having me. Thank you, BKFC. I'm going to show John why he's always come this close to a title he never won.
David Feldman, final comments, and then Jeff Houston will take us home. Again, thank you so much for attending. We will see you Friday night. But everyone, one more time, David Feldman.
And like I said, it's awesome to be back here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. The commission is just phenomenal to deal with. Fans are amazing. The fighters are great. We have an unbelievable card. We have a 125 women's fight that has possible title implications for the winner. The 135-pound match with these two gentlemen right here. The winner could be fighting for the title. We have the first inaugural 125-pound championship right here. We have a TikToker fighting a cut man, and what's going to be a really, really great fight. And, I got a lot of pressure. People are saying, why would you do this? Why are you doing it for the sport? Why wouldn't we do it? We have a guy who went out there, he fought his heart out, he got beat in his first glove fight, and he has the guts and the fortitude to come back and do this in bare knuckle, and he's fighting a guy that's 3-0. And this guy's coming up 40 pounds to fight this guy. There's a lot of what's going to happen in this fight, and I think it's going to be a very, very exciting fight, so I'm looking forward to that. And I just think it's going to be a great night. I'm really, really happy to be back here in Albuquerque. This fight will be free on the BKFC app and on Fubo TV throughout the world. Also did want to announce that we signed now, we have 42 international television distribution deals, so this will be in 42 different countries around the world on Friday night, so a lot of people are going to be watching you guys, so make sure you watch that. We still do have limited tickets available at BKFC.com. I know it's selling very, very rapidly, but we do have some tickets left, so make sure you get in the house. Last time we did sell out the day of, so make sure you're not left out in the cold and left out in the hot and the heat and not be able to see this event. But it's going to be an epic event again. Thank you, New Mexico. Thank you to the Athletic Commission. Thank you to the fans, and thank you to the fighters.